Ultimately, the value of simulation is being able to predict how your design will work in the real world in the digital realm. As we move through the process of setting up our study, we're going to skip ahead just a bit down to the Solve panel. We notice that there's an icon with a red X. This is the pre-check. Selecting the pre-check will tell us that we still don't have a load case or constraints in our model. In order to understand how a component will perform in the real world, we have to know how it's loaded and how it's constrained. There are a lot of options in Fusion 360, and understanding how these options fit your design and what your designs will be subjected to is one of the most challenging parts of the process. For this design, we'll be holding the base in place as we apply a load to the bolt that runs through the holes at the top of the U shape and pulls it vertical. It's a simple example, but will show us the basic process. First, I'll apply a constraint, a structural constraint. There are a number of different types of structural constraints. Each of them has different flexibilities that are built in beyond the basic concept. For example, even the fixed constraint, which is what we'll use, has the ability to allow the target to move in various axes of translation. For this design, we'll select the top face of the base, and we will not allow it to move in any direction. So we'll simply select OK from the marking menu or the dialog. The next thing we'd like to constrain is we want to try and maintain spacing between the two forks, at least as much as possible, but they still need to be able to flex somewhat as well, to emulate the bolt that runs through them. Because it's a single part, rather than using the bolt connector, I'll use the rigid body connector. First, I'll select an anchor point, which in this case will emulate the head of the bolt, on a vertices in the edge on the right. Then, I'll select the same vertices on the edge for the smaller hole on the left. For fixed translation, I'm going to allow it to remain fixed in the X direction, taking a quick look at the view cube to reference which direction that is. But I want to give it flexibility in Y and Z. I'll click OK to apply this, and a quick check, we still see in the pre-check that we're missing a structural load. So let's apply a load. There are different types of load that can be applied, and we can always include gravity in the equation. This component could of course be oriented in any direction, so gravity isn't as important to us. I could apply a point mass, but instead what I really just need is a structural load. So I'll select structural loads. I could use a simple force, but what I'd like to understand most is the effect of the bolt that runs through these holes being pulled itself and applying load to the top of those holes. So I'm going to use a bearing load. I'll select the two holes. I want to make sure that the direction of the arrows in the bearing load are going up. And I'll apply a force of 750 pounds to each one of those holes. When I click OK, it will update the model and it will update the pre-check. The pre-check is now saying that everything has been satisfied to allow a study to be performed inside of Fusion 360.